everyone, welcome back to Sky English Podcast. I'm Viki.
And I'm Gaya.
Today's episode is an interesting one. We are discussing drinking culture in Malaysia and China.
That's right, Vicky. Drinking culture is something that varies so much across different countries. So in Malaysia, it is not as common as in other Asian countries, mainly because of our Muslim majority. Islamic law forbids alcohol consumption, so for Muslims, drinking is prohibited. However, in other ethnic groups, alcohol does play a part in social gatherings and festivals.
That's interesting. So, while alcohol is present, it's more restricted due to religious beliefs.
Exactly. So drinking is a bit of a taboo topic in Malaysia, especially in rural areas. But in the cities, younger generations are becoming more open to it, mostly influenced by the Western culture, nightlife, and peer pressure. So drinking can also be seen as a status symbol. However, with more people drinking, we are also seeing a rise in issues like obesity and drunk driving. So when we talk about drunk driving in particular, it has been a growing concern. Many innocent lives have been lost because of it, and I believe the government should take a stricter action to prevent it.
That's such an important point. Drunk driving is a huge problem in many countries, and there should definitely be stronger measures in place. Here in China, drunk driving is illegal and strictly enforced. So most people here follow the principle of drink and not drive. But when it comes to drinking culture in China, in my region, especially Shandong province, we have a very different drinking culture. Shandong is often referred to as the land of Confucius and Mencius. So traditions and respect are really important to us, and this is clearly reflected in our drinking customs. Drinking here is full of rituals and rules. Like, for example, when we have a formal banquet where people sit and how they drink is taken very seriously. The seating arrangement, who toasts first, how many glasses to drink, all of these things have strict guidelines. It's so complex that you can get lost before even taking your first sip.
Wow, that sounds really intense because it's quite different over here. So it's not just about drinking, but also is it about respecting the tradition?
Yes, exactly. There's even a specific order for drinking, like how many sips you take and who should finish their drink first. And while Shandong people don't use large bowls for drinking anymore, as was the custom in the past, they still prefer drink generously. It's not uncommon to see a lot of drinking during these gatherings.
Oh, wow, that sounds really like a lot of pressure to drink.
Absolutely. That's actually something I don't like about this culture. Sometimes I see uncles or older relatives who are clearly uncomfortable but feel they have to keep drinking because of all these traditions. At that point, I think the meaning of drinking is lost. It shouldn't be about how much you drink to show respect or how deep your relationship is. It's strange to me that people think drinking more equals a stronger bond.
That's such an important perspective. So, how do you think this culture should evolve?
I think we should stick to the part of tradition that values respect but also add more sensibility. Everyone should drinking according to their own limits without pressure. After all, if drinking affects your health, then what's the point? I believe in moderation and respect for individual choices. We should honor our traditions but also embrace new, healthier habits.
I completely agree with you. So, in both Malaysia and China, it seems like there's a need to balance tradition with modern thinking. Mindful drinking, I think it is a key part we have to enjoy, but we cannot enjoy it without risking your life or your safety.
Exactly. I also encourage everyone to be mindful of how much they drink and not feel pressured by old customs. Drinking should be about enjoyment, not obligation.
Well said, Vicky. Thanks for sharing such an insightful take on Shandong's drinking culture.
Thank you, Gaia, and thank you all for listening. Let us know your thoughts on drinking culture in your country by leaving a comment or sending us a message. We'd love to hear from you. Bye.
See you next time on Sky English.